I don't know what the hell you feeding him, but he is too damn big.
All right. Welcome back, you guys, to another video. Apologies, it's been a while. I thought about recording the here and there fights, or the sporadic fighting, as you call it. But as enjoyable as it was for that brief moment of maybe 5 to 15 minutes, I don't think it was enough to make a video out of. So I've just abstained from recording for a while. Also, us fighting pretty much only GWR and OAP on the Western Front has gotten pretty tiresome. We did venture north to help out OG and SPWS with MYP and CGU. I will put a disclaimer: CGU has not been prevalent in this C4, to my knowledge, whatsoever. NYP, we've had more fighting with NYP than we have CGU. I've barely seen CGU this entire conquest. But besides that, we did help them or help the Eastern Front with the Northern Front a few different times. I know GWR tried to CC up north once or twice, and we've stopped that both times. OAP has just been a persistent thorn in our side. And let me go ahead and just show you the battlefield here. So, Athena, is that something that's going on right now? No, that was days ago, right? JK, yeah, whatever. So yeah, Maya has not been active this C4 at all either. Like, she comes and goes maybe once every few days. Hasn't been active whatsoever. And actually, before I show you the battlefield, let me just go ahead and show you the members. So again, it's me and Gamer. Victor is definitely a VIP of this C4. Oliver has been very, very active in helping. So has Son Goku, or Ellie, with both of his accounts being Son Goku and Majin Buu. Both been very, very active and helpful. Even though Ellie and Oliver both were on vacation once this C4, they still were able to help us out. And so both of them, very good. Apex as well has been very helpful this C4. All in all, though, I think EDG is probably the #1 VIP, followed up by Victor and Apex, and then Ellie and Ali. Macho, even though he's a weaker player, he has also been very active, very helpful as well. And then we get down to Maya, who hasn't been very active whatsoever. And then also Miss Athena. I don't know, it seems like, I know for a fact that our time zone is different, because she comes on like early in the morning, like 4:00 a.m. for me is like when she hops on, or she or he is when they hop on, and they're active for, a few hours or whatever. But of course it gets boring, because if nobody's online, then you're just gonna hop off. So unfortunately, we don't have anybody else in their time zone, I don't believe, because well, maybe actually, I know Huracan, both of the Huracans and the Farage, they're usually on around the same time with Athena, more or less, as well as Snipes Para. I do believe that both of the Huracans, Farage and Snipes Para, are all alt accounts. However, I have seen them all on at once, excluding one Huracan. So it would be Huracan, Farage, and Snipes. I've seen that once this entire C4, maybe. My Dai is has not been helpful at all, other than building. Not really prevalent in fights. He's 143 million power, but his units are like 6 million, 5 million each. So I don't know why that is. I really don't. Um, but as you can see here, unit power is super low, army power low as well, officer power even lower. So I don't know. Maybe that's an account that he bought, and then he's just trying to build up. But also, 22 billion resources collected, and you're still running 6 million units. Yeah, it's just not. It's not gonna happen. But anyway, Athena, active here and there. Draken has not been active whatsoever. I've seen him participate in a fight this entire C4, one defensive fight. But other than that, yeah, not active, not prevalent in this C4 at all. And then I had to disqualify Triple H. Literally has not logged on since the 5th, and that was during the early beginning stages of Cairo. I believe his base was blown up once or twice and have not seen him since. So we'll be booting him as well as many others after Cairo ends in just a couple days here. So yeah, but let's give you a progress report. So we have captured the pyramid and we have been holding it for the equivalent of 3 or 4 days now. Misfit R5 did reach out to me yesterday about swapping and holding until next reopening. However, I was trying to do my due diligence and research how long exactly the cycle is after it closes. And so someone told me that it was 2 days. We did, me and Misfit R5 did discuss it, and he kept saying that it was a little less than 2 days. But with it being so close to Cairo ending, and I know usually Cairo would end today, and then the last 2 days would be like the tally-in period, so there would be nothing left. And that's what I was concerned about, because the whole reason of us holding this pyramid was because me personally, I need the last 2 medals of Cairo, and then as well as other members of my alliance, they need the medals as well for holding the pyramid and top fighting machine and all that kind of stuff. But that's besides the point. Again, little progress report. What we ended up doing was using both our CCs, one to hold the beginning objectives. I think we have one laboratory. We're building towards GWR's laboratory in the north. Hopefully we make it in time. We may not be able to, but we're gonna still attempt to try. 2 towns, 2 arms factories, 1 settlement. Us and Misfit have captured OAP and GWR settlements consecutively. We did assist them with their capture. And so Misfit built a CC next to our settlement, and hopefully that will allow them to capture our settlement and us to complete the 3 settlement reward. OG and SPWS are going to go for the 5 settlement reward simply because we already got the gold coin or cash from holding the pyramid. So we want to be kind of fair, They get 5 settlements and we get the pyramid. OG was the one that went up and captured CGU's settlement, and they also captured NYP settlement. And so yeah, we used 1 CC to hold our beginning stage point, and then we used the second CC here, I believe, actually. Yeah. Here, we CC'd in front of the blockhouse, fought OAP and GWR all the way back, pushed them to their town and their level 3 fort, and then once safe zone opened up, we went ahead, pushed through OAP territory first to help Misfit capture the settlement, and then we doubled back and pushed through GWR settlement. Now, of course, activity has dropped tremendously. A lot more have become a lot less active. We did have the Hegemon event today. I think 7 of us showed up, maybe 6. Let's actually take a look here. 8 of us showed up. Well, yeah, 7 because both the Hurricanes. He showed up and left though. So yeah, 7 of us. And then the enemy had 7 show up as well. So it was pretty even. We did dominate though, like huge difference. We won no contest, 1,000,000 to 164,000. Like that was a cakewalk, and it was versus Server 99. So I know they were. I didn't even expect anything less than that. But anyway, because I'm rambling again. Let's take a look at the rankings for this field actually. So I'm gonna save up the 18,000 conquest store points that I have here, and hopefully that'll carry over to the next conquest event, because I would love to spend that extra points in the next conquest, whether it be San Fran or Moscow, whatever the case is. But let's go ahead and look at the rankings like I said we would 1,000,000 times. As far as commander contribution, and I do believe this is for only our alliance, EDG, followed up by me, Victor, and then Gamer, and Apex, and so on and so forth. You'll see exactly why EDG is at the top. You'll see why I'm second place, and then you'll see why Victor is third. And then the list just kind of goes down. As you can see, generally or honestly, I would say like maybe 10 of us won this entire C4 event against like 40 to 50 other players. With that being the top 10 that you see here, literally. So everyone else those are, mostly alts, and then you have HHH, who came in and left, hasn't been on since. Snipes Pair, I've seen fight maybe once or twice. Huracan, he doesn't fight, but he does contribute his units to rallies whenever we do create them. Draken here and there, not active at all. Same with Maya. So yeah, literally 10 of us, 10 players won Silver 1 Cairo field. 10. Which is crazy to me. But again, this is why you see the commander contribution the way it is. Wild Wolf, I do not I don't like Wild Wolf. I don't appreciate his fighting style. I just don't. I don't. I believe it's an alt account, or an account that a whale is occupying for the time or something, because it's crazy. 2.1 million kills, 1.2 billion battle points, and with this amount of battle points and this amount of kills, it lets me know that he's played in the higher C4 fields. But I think he may have been bullied out of gold 2 or 3, and now he's come down to silver to, try and boost his kill points or whatever. He has 34, well, pretty much 35 million building power. So his base is not necessarily that strong, but he does have 62.5 million tech power, 119 million army power, and then unit power 3.14, which is a lot as far as tech power and army power goes. So, and I know personally, I know he has red flame. I'm not sure if he has blue arm, or it may be opposite. I think he has blue but not red. But he does have them for both artillery and tank. So he's pretty far along as far as research goes. I don't know how. But yeah. Good player. I mean, decent, but I don't like his fighting style. But that's besides the point. Again, him being first, he's gonna get the 2 conquest coins, 25 trophies. EDG will get 1 with 20 trophies, and then I will get 15 trophies or statues, but no conquest coins. Followed up by Victor, came in 4th. And then the list just goes, you know, on and on, with Misfit, OG, and Shot, and OAP, MIP, blah, 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 blah. And then as far as Repu goes, we are third place, holding strong at third place. Misfit and OG are in a neck and neck competition to try and aim for that first place. I think I just showed you guys Misfit building a CC next to one of our level 3 forts or whatever. If he tells me that he wants it, I'm going to let him take it just so they can go ahead and solidify that first place position that they want. And again, for third place, the Sovereign reward, which is the VIP, pretty much. I'm pretty much gonna choose EDG. Honestly, it is a tie between Victor and EDG, but I think overall, EDG is able to do more because he's stronger. But that doesn't take away the fact that Victor has indeed been very helpful to our alliance. So I don't take that away from him at all. But probably when choosing the rewards, I'll ask and see, you know, who's up for what or whatnot. And then you have the elite rewards and the member prizes. So yeah, CGU being the Northern Alliance, which I thought would be the strongest alliances, turned out to be the weakest coalition on the field. Followed by, in my opinion, the Eastern field. OAP and GWR are not weak whatsoever. However, I think fighting us consistently over and over and over again, and we're just dominating them on the Western front. And then we also made it our mission to assist our allies from the East with their push to the north. And as many times as OAP and GWR tried to go up there and we just completely stopped them, it deterred them from even doing anything other than fighting us. But it got annoying because it's the same thing over and over again. The play styles became really ratty, and I didn't like or appreciate that. Like, at the end of the day, right, you guys know you've lost, so why would you, still try and stop our builds or whatever the case is? Like, I'll send alts accounts like these. I have, if it'll load, I have 3 alt accounts. Backshots, Guard is Coming, and Sin Eating, helping EDG build this village, which by himself was taking about 2 hours, 45 minutes. And then when one base came in, it dropped down to, I believe, an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. And then another base, drops it down to about 49 minutes or something like that. And then another one with the last base dropping it down to, I believe, 42 minutes or something like that. So the numbers may be off just a little bit, but I did do my best with trying to assist with builds. And MYP would send bombers, OAP Bombardier would send bombers, GWR would have light tanks come and attack my empty alt bases. So just halting our progression towards their laboratory. And again, right, like they had a CC right here next to the fort, which we fought and won. They let that burn. And then, obviously, as you can see, they're going to let this CC burn as well. 25 minutes left on that burn timer. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys have clearly given up. You fight us here and there sporadically. But as far as trying to actively do anything to stop us, you don't. Like, you don't mount offensives. You don't do anything. OAP has mounted more offensives than GWR has. And they've actually been able to build 2 CCs. This one was just because we weren't paying attention and we weren't active, not because they were able to mount anything or actually progress in any way. But, I salute OAP. They have not stopped trying since the beginning of this CC, since the beginning of the C4. So my hats go off to them. Salute to them. It does seem like GWR did build a CC in front of the laboratory. And I'm pretty sure what they're going to do is they're probably going to build a CC to the left or to the right to once again halt our build to the laboratory. But that is our end goal that will complete our coalition mission for holding 2 laboratories. We only have, it says 3 days till the end of conquest, but I'm not completely sure on that, so don't quote me on that. So yeah, it looks like that has a 2-day timer on it. So we have at this point a day and 18 hours to be able to reach this place, take it over, and hold it until the end of conquest to be able to complete that mission that we need. But again, the conquest store doesn't close for another 6 days, so I'm not completely sure. It could be, 3 days until tally, and then 2 days. But no, that wouldn't make sense because this says six days. So 3 days until end of conquest, 2 days for tally, and then 1 day to exit. Yeah, that sounds about right. So overall though, that's the entirety of our situation. We helped Misfit a lot this conquest. OG was their own aggressive force this conquest. I will say they are greedy, and I did not like or appreciate that either. There was a time where we went to take the pyramid, and 2 of their members actively sat there trying to gain as much repute as they could. In my mind, that's pretty much what that was about. Because now that I look at it, with the rankings being so close for Alliance repute, them holding the pyramid for that long is probably what got them that close to Misfit for rank 1. But luckily, we noticed and took the appropriate action. Unfortunately, we did not get our get back on them, but we may see them again, may not. Either way, I think I'll end up dominating them the next time we do. But yeah, that's it as far as the update goes. Plan still remains. We do intend on migrating to server 62. So if you guys would like to come on over to server 52 to prepare for the jump, we will be jumping in about another 2 months here. Let me actually look at the timeline so I don't say anything wrong to you guys. Yeah, boom. So the server opens in 2 months, 6 days, and that is the amount of time you have to prepare, buy migration tickets, permits, whatever you want to call them. Get ready because I'm leaving. I know a lot of others are coming as well. And there are even people who are waiting to go to server 62 because they want to join. So you can either come to server 52 and have fun with us while we wait for server 62 to open, or just, bide your time, stay where you are, and then when the time is right, jump on over to server 62 and help us take over the server. It will be a server invasion. I've already done my scouting. Server 62 is one of the newer servers, and so with that being said, it has a lot less cities, meaning it's going to be fast. We go in, we're taking over 2 cities at least. I'm not a greedy person, so it's like, in that server, they've done the same what I would do, take over 2 cities. You have, what's that? 1, 2, what, that's 24 titles, if I'm not mistaken, for your alliance per city. So what, 48 to 50 titles potentially. And that's just with C3s. Of course, we're gonna take C2s and C1s respectively, but yeah, that's the plan. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting my content. Apologies, there hasn't been much going on, so I haven't actually done any recording, or there hasn't been much for me to post. I would like to know though, because I've done a lot as far as units go, And so with and I'm a mixed player. Like I love field fighting, but I like artillery as well, and I know they're needed. Um, my research, I'm almost done with the artillery tree to its entirety. Um, I maxed all the different phases, like I call this phase 1 and this 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. I've maxed the in-between phases. I have to max this one next. But then, I left the 6s and the 7s intentionally because, it's going to take me a while. Honestly, I think it's going to take me another month or two to complete this tree in its entirety. And then I'm going to switch directly over to tank. And I still have a lot to do with tank as well. Again, you can see all the 6s, and I still have to max those phases as well. And then the higher these two researches go, it gets a lot more expensive. And then at the end, a lot more expensive. So, but that would complete my advanced combat. But as far as modern, I have no tank, and then I have minimal artillery. So I don't know. And then with the new tech tree, like I'm not gonna do anything with that at all. Not interested whatsoever. I'm more interested in getting my base HP up. So I probably, after finishing my advanced combat tech for both my artillery and tank, I'll probably just go directly into advanced city defense, at least until about halfway. So maybe like right here, I'll stop and then focus back into modern artillery. But I just wanted to know you guys' input or perspective on like units, because I have these units that are and right now they're set up for silver 1, but outside of conquest, like I can show you here. Yeah, I think I've maxed that one to 8.5. And so let's see. Let me see. What's my max on this one? Yeah, I've gotten this one all the way to 9.0. And so let me see. I think one of these arties I have maxed to. Yeah, this one is 9.0 as well. Let's see. So yeah, 8 point, right? If I'm doing my math right, 8.5. Oh no. Right? Am I tripping? Well, whatever star level this is, that's the max I have for my Vanguard heli. I have not increased my ATG at all, as well as my Air Force. I have not increased this one at all. I actually only got my Air Force to this star level doing a little switching and swapping with my lineup as far as the preset is concerned. Like this one is different just with the officers. I had a rocket truck or BM that I maxed to max star level I could, and then I changed the my fighter to the max that it could go as well, and then I would swap it between ATG and BM. But my question was basically, right, I have these units that are not the strongest, as well as the research that's not complete. But I have completed like all the modifications. As you can see, the parts, I have them on modern mechanic, 20 and 22 on the MB, 20 and 17 on the heli, 25 and 20 on the arty, and then these last two I have no wrenches, as well as on my Air Force unit I have no wrenches either. Would you say that the parts are what pushes the unit up, or is it strictly the research, right? Because on my strongest arty, I have one gold plus, and then the rest are gold pluses. And then even for my ATG, right, I have 2 gold plus pluses, 1 gold plus, and then 2 gold, right? And but for the gold plus on the ATG, this part is garbage. Like it's 1.5k as far as power goes, and then 1.3k for the gold plus on the ATG, and then for the gold plus plus on the Artie, it's 6.4k. And I believe this may have been a perfect. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why it's, you know, outlined in glowing gold. That's my assumption anyway. But even for the gold plus, for the Artie, it's 4.1k, which is, you know, exponentially better than the ATG. And then even the unit power is drastically lower, you know, and that's silver 1 layout. I have the secondary Artie, which is about 70k in unit power almost, and that's strictly only because of the wrenches. But then also I have a gold plus part sitting at 1.6k, another gold plus at 1.9, and then another gold plus at 2k. So I'm wondering, like, is it strictly the research that are pushing these units to be so powerful? You know, when you get into the gold 3 or the gold 2 fields, other than parts, there's not much you can push other than, you know, the prototype pieces, and modernizing these units further, which I know does boost the power, but not to the point that I see, you know, 40 mil, 30 mil Arties. And I've seen and know people who have the same or just a little bit more power than I do. My all-time is 207, but their Artie is like triple mine, right? So like right now, I have a 13 and an 18. I know people now who have like 40 mil Artie, and they're my power. So my question is, what am I doing wrong? Should I focus more into research? Should I be looking into something else as to why I'm not getting the results and units that I would like to see? But yeah, you know, message me on Discord, which is in my YouTube description. Come join us over on server 52 and prepare for the migration jump to server 62. Send me a message in game if you would like. Leave a comment under the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more content. Again, apologies for the lack of. There just hasn't been much going on. And then even with Brawl Stars, like I've made some videos on it, but I just haven't had the same drive to create content for a minute now. But that'll get better. I promise on that. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, you guys. That'll be the end of this video. I'll see you guys later. Love you so much, and peace to you all. Bye.